Hello, customer care. We're back with another podcast. So, a few quick updates. Let's start with number one, which I'm sure is on top of everybody's mind, is what's going on with the cell. Where are we? Give us an update. One thing to note, the reason why there's very little information usually disseminated anytime in a buying process, it's because it's confidential. In fact, it's really between Tegna, our majority stakeholder of our owners, they own more than 50%, is working through the process with potential buyers. So that information, only a small piece of information has actually been trickled to our executive leadership. They're kept out of the loop on a lot of the things that are happening. So they don't know because it has to stay confidential between our owners and the new buyers. Now, things do slip out. We've seen things in the news. We know that happens. Or I guess let's say news and specifically articles that have come out previously over the last few months about we think it's this buyer, we think it's this so much. All that speculation. So there are things that slide through the cracks, but for the most part, we won't know a deal is closed until a deal's actually closed, right? So we get bits and pieces of information, but for the most part, like even our CEO, Matt, won't know until the deal's actually closed. So sometimes you find out all together at the same time. So don't think that we're withholding information from you. The only thing that I have right now that I know of is we were really close with one, but as the buying process is difficult, especially at this level, you're talking about a substantial amount of money. You have ebbs and flows in the process. So it seemed like we were really close with one. Now, challenges with negotiation. So now we're actually really close with another potential buyer who is at the very final round. So they do expect something to happen in the near future. But again, I don't want to make promises because during the buying process, there's a lot of ebbs and flows. But there is hope that we are really, really close now with potential owner. So when you say close, I don't want to give you a timeline. That's why I'm holding out because I don't want to get your speculations there. All right, so with that, let's jump into today's focus on shared services with Jason Gold here. So there was an email that sent out a while back. There was probably about 2 weeks ago. We've had a few changes. The customer experience managers, the CEMs who reported up to Michael Madej, have now shifted underneath shared services, specifically reporting up to Nicole Hanks, who is our new leader over training and development, who's come out from externally from the software space and has a tremendous amount of experience, wisdom, and knowledge in helping us in so many different areas, which we're excited about. The reason we've moved the CMs were to replace. One, they really help all the different groups within customer care, so it makes sense to have the CMs in a shared services model. The second thing is they're very close to the release readiness process, which we have now wanted to be under shared services because that impacts all of our groups. And also we moved technology we actually moved training and operations training and development underneath shared services as well because they work with all of our different groups. We're just trying to have better alignment and really make sure all of our shared services are under shared services. It's almost a little bit of common sense, but we also know that Nicole can bring a tremendous more impact to the entire group in customer care because of her experience and wisdom and knowledge. So with that being said, I just want to give you a quick update there. I put all the details in the email, but just following up. And with that, Jason, in shared services, we now have training and development. Mm-hmm. We have customer experience managers. We have operations technology. We have success operations, performance management, QA, right? All the different groups that really make up the core foundation of helping all of customer care run.
That's right.
So if you would, tell us a little bit about your vision for the shared services group.
Yeah, sure. And being that we are a shared services for customer care, essentially our goal is to make sure that we're helping everybody here do their job better every day. That's the goal of shared services. That has always been the goal. And now that we've taken on some groups that have slightly different goals in addition to that, we'll probably adjust it a little bit. When you look at the training team and the CEMs, I think part of what they do is that as well. And training is trying to help train up internal folks to get them to a place where they're doing the best job that they can be doing for our customers. And that works perfectly with our vision and mission. Where things differ a little bit is when they go outside and they are working with customers, and that I know is a future state of things where they'll be doing more and more customer training over time and certification processes and things like that. So we'll adjust the mission and vision to meet with that. And with the CEMs, their goal is to own the customer experience and to know the journey and to get a feel for that. and to make sure that we're treating the customers well along the way. So again, some adjustments that we'll probably make there. But all in all, it's important for us to be able to facilitate retention. Our goal is to help the rest of the company and the rest of customer care do just that.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think these groups align perfectly with that vision. The other thing to note, and I didn't mention this earlier, right? With Madej, he was stuck between two groups as well, right? Between the customer experience side and also running the platform or the sourcing platform success team. So now we've allowed him to have a laser focus on success. And take a group that really should be in the shared services world over there. So just to highlight, Madej's not gone anywhere, he's still here, which was in the email, but just wanted to clarify that. So I guess the next thing that you tell us a little bit about the big projects that you are working on right now that would be impactful to everybody else listening.
Sure, and I think the biggest project that we're working on right now is going to be the customer self-service portal. And that portal has been something that we've been that's been in the works for quite some time now, and it's one of those projects that's got tons of stakeholders with lots of opinions, and it is a lot of different high-level stakeholders like Roger Fugit in IT that is going to help to fund this project when all said and done with. And with that, we need to make sure, and we've had to make sure, that this vision on customer self-service has been laser focused, and that we can show what that value is going to be. And with that, I think we're successful there. We were able to get funding for a project to work with a third-party vendor to go and build this thing. Now, a portal already exists. If you go to support.careerbuilder.com, that's already out there. Customers are already using it. 13% of our cases are coming in through that channel today. And we also have start.careerbuilder.com, and that is something that Brett and his team have worked on along with help from Greg with the technology side of it. And they built out this really great portal to help people get started in their experience with Careerbuilder and their implementation process, sort of get them ready for what they need to do. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take all that and put it together, along with giving customers the ability to get answers to any questions that they have, whether that's answers from a knowledge base or possibly in the future from other customers or maybe internal folks. Case management, where they can manage their cases right there online. And the long-term vision is that they'll be able to manage their implementation process through something on that portal as well. So that's a really exciting piece. And I'd say the last piece that fits into that puzzle today is this status page that we just released. And the status page allows us to be able to give information to our customers about the status of our products. Are they up and running? Are they completely operational? Has there been glitches? And that is sort of the first line of defense. When I am a customer of a software vendor myself, when I see something isn't working, I go to their status page. So this really brings us into the 21st century. And that
nice.
is, yeah, that's good. We need to be there, and we want to be beyond at some point, but we're getting caught up, which is really exciting.
Yeah, I think you hit on a few things. One, right, 15 to 20% of our cases are just how-to questions, right? And we have got to build a better place on our site where clients can quickly get the information that they need at their fingertips 24/7. Ideally, they can get it, because what we're seeing is more people want to self-serve on their own. And so now we made a large investment specifically from Roger Fugit to get that built out. We have a third-party contractor coming in over the next 3 months and really looking at the user experience, the navigation, authentication to really make it a robust customer portal. So we're very excited about that. We're excited about the impact that it's going to have on just the overall customer experience, and really help with also reducing some of our internal costs with dealing with things that customers should be able to do on their own anyways. And the last thing just to end with, as we wrap it up, is I believe your daughter had a swim meet the other day. How did it go?
She did. She finished her races, which was exciting. So she is just sort of getting swimming under her belt, and when she jumped in the pool in the first race, which was 2 laps, which is a lot for her, her goggles got full of water, and so just finishing that race was pretty amazing. And when she got done, everyone was cheering her on, because I think sort of just trying to get her finished and encourage her, which was really exciting. She came out and said, like, I guess losing isn't that bad if everyone's going to cheer for you. I guess silver linings, it's really good that she sees things.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
What an incredible story to end with. By the way, taking up swimming recently, it is not easy. I love it, but it is definitely not easy. With that, everyone, hope you'll have a great week. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure you keep playing defense. Thanks, everybody.